Welcome to another DeadThree film breakdown. Appreciate the you watching this. This is going to be the Michigan State Iowa game from a few weeks ago, and really appreciate the support that the channel's received. If you could click the subscribe button below this video, not on the video, this is a reminder that is blinking. If you could click that subscribe button below the video, it really helps us out. Want to get into this. Michigan State has been reeling. Love Michigan State. Love watching them. Love the sets and the action, the toughness, the intensity on the defensive end. But they were at one point first in the Big Ten, and they are just struggling right now quite a bit and Iowa kind of hands it to them. I really want to watch Iowa play. We're going to do 4 or 5 parts on this game, all about 10 minutes. So there'll be some good breakdown here. But let's just get right to it. Michigan State is the king of sets, and they do quite a bit in terms of all specials: baseline, sideline, jump ball, free throw, out of timeouts. Like, they track and monitor it all, and they have a number of things. So they did win the jump here, so let's see what they do get into on the set, right? So they immediately get into a swing of the guards on the baseline with the bigs pinning down. They don't have a true 4, so the transfer from Marquette here, his name's escaping me right now, but he is the one that kind of is that 4, but he's a smaller 4, but they can definitely shoot. So it's big on small with the point rolling away to a kind of a high-low, I'm guessing. So I would think that, he would go high-low, but the ball goes in, right? So they start the game by getting it into the post. They don't come on the pound. They don't come on the dribble, but when he feeds it right here, he's definitely cutting away. And the transfer from Marquette goes high, right? So they really get what they want off the jump. They win the jump. It's a seal down, but look how he fights to find the kid. Step over, sit down. Baseline feed. Like everything that my group talks about, we're doing here. Everything, right? So let's watch. Pinning down on the block and finding the guy. This guy's probably instructed to go over the top, so he fights to go over the top. He doesn't catch it and dribble, meaning the guy on the 45. He step over and sat down, created an angle. It's a baseline feed. He doesn't catch and start dribbling until he reads it, and he turns his strong shoulder, meaning his left shoulder, to a jump hook to the right. Really good play out of the get, right? So you're 15 seconds in, 16 seconds into the game, and you already get what you want, right? So the kid that we really want to be watching is number 15, Keegan Murphy. I believe that's his name. Jordan Bohannon is also a player, but 15 and 3, I believe, are their players, right? So those are the guys to kind of watch. There's 15 right there. And let's just kind of see what Iowa does. Moving it around, there's a flare screen. So there's all these different things. He changes it, and there's a flare. He's these are your best. So you have to think about it this way. These are your best players right here, 3 and 15. And they ran what's great about this is you have a 2-on-4, 2-on-5. With the point now recognizing what the action is, you have a post that's going to dominate in terms of sealing and positioning in the paint. So you're always going to have attention to the post in terms of this guy, the guy defending it. But you've got to dribble this over to this. There's the screen. That's how you play. You make this guy have to make a decision on what he's going to do. Are they going to switch it? Are we going to slip it? But this guy's doing a great job of recognizing who the best players on the floor are. So there it is. They don't switch it. They get back, but they don't sit around. So this is what's great. I love this stuff. I was something to watch here. Pin down, flare. They recover. He doesn't get it. He keeps his dribble alive, keeping the occupied post, weak side, to an immediate down screen, curl cut. Like, how good is that? My guys that are watching this, ball gets changed. Nobody's dribbling. One dribble, create a passing lane. He comes down to down screen, but he receives a flare instead. Comes off it, doesn't get it, sets up for a down screen. Runs back into that. There's our curl cut. Love it. Couldn't love that more. But Michigan State gets the ball out fast. As they always do, they always change the floor with the dribble. Okay, now they're into some sort of set here. Now, just looking at this, but you could say, he's guarding there, he's guarding there, he's guarding there, but it looks like a 2-3, right? And Michigan State is the king of sets, and we're not really going to get a good visual here. Change, high post flash, nobody's over dribbling, everybody's showing it, hands up, and they get a shot from the guy that they really like. And again, these are highlights, but there it is, right? I don't know if that's what Izzo wants. Don't know at all. So we get that shot, but let's see what goes on the weak side. Nobody competes for it, which is an Izzo thing, right? They compete on every shot. They rebound the weak side of the floor better than anybody. But right here, none of them are. Nobody's competing. They're there, but nobody's competing, right? So outlet to Bohannon. Changes it to 15, or 15 may be in the post actually, right? 15, I think, just changed it. Look at how the big comes up. Was that 15? Right, so 15's the big, right? I just want to watch how he moves and where he came from, right? So where is 15? He's right here. He's not looking for outlets. He's not looking for the ball. He is looking for the rim. He's looking for the post, and he's looking for contact. So he's running. They're trying to get the transfer to pick him up. He does. So he's in the post. But watch, change to a screen. So he steps out to screen. Dribble handoff, screens again, not standing. Screens again, right? And now they're just playing, right? So at some point, just an in, out, left, pull up, get to the elbow, right? It's really good. I really like what Iowa does so far, right? High 1-4, looks like he's back cutting, elbow. He comes off the elbow, right? Oh, they used to run this play all the time. So he's going to curl and he's going to pop. They're going to get a back screen on the weak side. Curl, and they get the big on the curl. So what's good about this is you get the four, you get essentially a 1-on-4, 1-on-5. He's the 5, he's the 1. They're going to screen elbow, and they're just going to curl the big right there. So there it is. 3 around him, and they're going to pop this guy. So he should stay away actually this way and not take him into that pop, because that's where the help is. There it is. Now, hey, you got a 3. You better be scrambling. You better get a good shot. Hands are up, ready to play. He changed it. I have a good shot. I'd suggest to say he has a great shot, but he changes it maybe to a better 3. But oh man, you just stuck it. Like, you've got to get this shot off, unless he is just a garbage 3. I don't know. I don't have the stats in front of me. He's got to shoot that. Because now, look, the ball's stuck and everybody's recovered. Now you got to play ball, and which they do. So you're lucky, right? You passed up a great shot for a good shot. Here's a 5-on-1 or a 4-on-1 down screen to an entry to maybe a back screen. My group, we call this 1. Actually, it's to a pin down, to a change, to probably a flare. Wow. To a flare, to Bohannon, who's a dead 3 probably. Boom. Who doesn't love that out of bounds? 4-on-1, watch it through. 4-on-1 or a 5-on-1 to a change. To a pin down, it's not really a pin down, to a change here. This big knows he's flare screening for the dead 3 to right there, and it's contested. And he knocks it down. You can't let grade 3s get in range and rhythm. Range and rhythm. Last play here. Goes inbounds. You always have to worry about the point, the small, the dead 3 taking it out of bounds, right? Big on small over here. And now we're just standing. We're standing. We're out of it. But you know what they are? Look at, they are the king so far of flare screens. They're the king of flare. And he's really good, or at least had a really good game. Sprint to screen. Goes under. Catches it. Now, what's tough is you can't slip. I mean, because he's just not a big guy, right? You can't post him. You can't slip him. You can't early roll him, right? But you just got to get out. And now you're playing 1-on-1, right? To a shot, and he just killed it this game. So you're playing state, and you're making some shots, right? And you're getting up and down the floor. You're running a ton of flare screens. You're running some dribble handoff flare screens. You have a great out of bounds play to a flare screen, right? And I was just killing it right now. So listen, this is part 1 of the Michigan State-Iowa game. Do me a favor, if you can click the subscribe button below this. The blinking subscribe button is just a kind of a notify you. Just click that subscribe button below the video. It really helps us out. Thank you. Appreciate all the support with the channel. This is part 1, Michigan State-Iowa. Look for 4 or 5 parts of this. I really want to see the number 15 for Iowa. Really want to see the number 3 for Iowa as well, as they're just killing it right now. Thanks.